Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. From home. I went for a walk with Mom yesterday. I got onto the canal path, could not stop obsessing about those fucking bosses fucking with me. I was so frustrated not to be able to silence my anger, disappointment, fever, pain. I finally called out to Mom, just started talking aloud, telling her how lost I was again. When I paused, thinking I had just momentarily run out of things to say, I became aware. I knew a responding presence. I was not talking out loud to myself at all. I was in a conversation. She was not corporeal, not holographic. We were together in some alternative space, having slid from parallel universes into a crosslands where the way two light beams can overlap, mingle particle waves, make wave particles indistinguishably one without losing their otherness identities. I did not hear her voice as much as felt it. This is the way a stone-deaf percussionist improvises with a jazz band. It's all about vibrations, vibrating other vibrations, intervibrations within amongst helixes of interwoven helixes, twisting vibrant strands, tangled, spun from a single wound, one ferocious, excruciating slash from which the universe spewed our little sun, a trembling, weeping scar sign on the black skin of primordial oneness, dancing with joy. It was like that, except it was just me and my mom. I was walking along the Highline Canal and she was with me. We were having a conversation. I used words. She used something else for which I have no name. If someone saw me, they would have seen an old man walking a strong pace, uneven gait, talking out loud to himself, sometimes sobbing. Someone who saw me might have thought I was not taking my medication, or I was in early onset dementia, or maybe just using a cell phone that couldn't be seen from afar. But no one was on the canal path except me and my mom. Don't think I was out of my body. I was as fully in my body as I was once in hers. More fully in my body than I've ever been. This was not a dream, not an hallucination. It was certainly nothing like pharmaceutical fantasies, chemical imbalances. I've had plenty of those. I can testify with confidence from my own experience. My mom and I went for a walk yesterday, her death notwithstanding. We walked a while together. I don't know how or why. I don't believe in ghosts or spirits. I don't even believe in life after death. This was not like cheap Grace TV, Hollywood pop culture, tearjerker fare. I'm not religious. We walked together most of 3 miles talking. Me using words, my voice. She using her new ways of engaging me. When she left, we said our usual goodbyes. I love you, I miss you, see you again soon. Then my body was wrapped by hers. She held me as completely, tightly, as tenderly as she had when I was born. She called me son. She let me know she would come again. She could do that now. I felt her leave me the way sunshine fades from my body when clouds come between the light and the place on the canal path where I stood with grief, joy dripping on my shoes. As I left the path to re-enter the neighborhood world, I saw a mother, her child, each on obviously new, grown-up bicycles approach the entrance to the path. Swing out in an arc to bump over the curb onto the path. Stand up like this, the mother demonstrated, explaining, if you stay parallel to the curb, the bike might slide out from under you and crash. Then she waited. The child swung out less than her mother, bumped up over the curb onto the path. The two rode on. I stood, watched them go out of sight. The mother staying just enough ahead to avoid interfering, enough to instruct the child, becoming braver. I smiled, thought, Mom is always helping somebody. Walked home. I treasured this walk we shared and pondered it in my heart. Several of you have heard that poem before. I've been stunned, to be honest with you, as I've shared an occasional one of these poems. As I've shared one of these poems, or two occasionally, that's what I need to say, how the response from listener readers have been. And I was especially struck when I sent it to MD, and it's like, oh my God, these are incredible. Because I thought they were just too personal. I thought they were just too out of my own experience. But of course, that's where the best stuff comes from, isn't it, Linda? Yeah, that's maybe the only place the best stuff comes from. So, Dad called from Anchorage. He's well. Mom is dead. He can live with that. It sounds cold to say it, simple like that. The tides in Anchorage Bay vary as much as 37 feet, with profound implications for ships, their displacement ratios. Dad says he's in shirt sleeves. It was still light last night at 11 o'clock, mid-September. He slept late this morning, went for a walk in the soon frigid city. The cruise ship turns southward tomorrow. He's enjoying himself, he said. He's glad he went. It's just that sometimes he wants to tell Mom so many things. He can't. She's gone as gone can be. Then he has a rough time for a little while, and the next moment keeps arriving before he's completely overwhelmed. This is what life goes on means. Dad has already learned to ride the space between this one excruciating moment. It's passing. He's like a patient man in a little boat without oars. Keeps floating closer, closer to shore. He can wait. Mom's gone 4 months now. He has not yet passed away himself, so he can live with that. He's taken a 2-week cruise alone, a cruise he and Mom did together 10 times. Everything looks exactly the same, completely different. Dad feels like an alien, a boy, a ghost. Dad does not know himself at all, but he's getting acquainted. He's not lost. Do not mistake his lack of identity for its loss. He's discovering how to sleep alone. He is discovering how to watch glaciers collapse alone. How to eat meals among strangers alone. How to love beauty without sharing it. How to compose himself over and over again each day he is shipboard alone. I'm okay, he said. He didn't want to talk too long. He wasn't going to cry this time. He had to get back to the journey he's on. Without me, without my brother, without my sister, without Mom.